Alright, so I just recorded my video on League of Legends. I'm a high diamond player over there, so should be a pretty decent video. I'm a silver player over in Teamfight Tactics. I actually have no idea what I'm doing. This will be a fun video to watch. If you have any opinions of what I say, feel free to say in the comments. But I really like League of Legends. I think Teamfight Tactics is kind of nice. It is a go-to game for me to enjoy. I've played Tencent because, this game is owned by Tencent. I've played another game owned by Tencent. I kind of like this more. But I guess this is a PC game and that's a mobile game, so I guess it makes sense that I'll enjoy this one more. And that's how I'm right into it. So they came out with a new champion. We got Kaisa. She is a Void Ranger Assassin. So she'll go great with your Assassin comps, but Assassin did get nerfed. Your Ranger comp or your Void. The way I'm thinking about it, so I'll just say it one more time. I probably won't say it again. I am silver in this game mode. I'm hard stuck. However, I'm still going to be giving my opinions. Feel free what you think in the comments. What I see with this is you'll get like a Kindred, a Cho'Gath, and a Kaisa for your late game, and then have like Wild for the rest or something. I feel like that would be a really good comp because you'll get the Ranger buff, potential RNG. You'll get the Void buff, and at least Cho'Gath or Kaisa, you'll see in the patch below how that works. And you'll get the Wild buff on everyone. So I think that's the big thing. Wild with a Kaisa, Cho'Gath, and Kindred. I feel like that's the busted thing. She'll be a 5-unit cost, low attack damage, the highest attack speed in the game. So this is the champion you want to put your Rage Blade on. Presuming that her shield scales with magic also. Because the way Rage Blade works is it's 5% of the base attack speed. So normally if you have like a Fiora, you'll get 0.05 attack speed for each auto. This you'll get even more. So super big if you get a Rage Blade on Kaisa, as well as she has Ranger buff. Her mana will be 50 to 125, so she'll get her initial one pretty fast, and ones after will also be kind of slow. So you'll have like Rage Blade, Spear of Sojin, and I don't know what else yet. Maybe Cursed Blade, because with her ability, she'll dash for a 300 shield and a 30% attack speed buff. We're mainly looking at rank 1. Yes, you might get rank 2, but this is a 5 cost, so it's going to be a lot harder to get rank 2, so I'm just going to look at the rank 1 potential, and that's a pretty nice rank 1 potential. And if you somehow manage to get a rank 2, double that attack speed bonus, double that shield. And you're not going to get rank 3. That's not possible. Let's be honest here. I mean, it is possible, but it's super unlikely. So now they're adding in Sparring Gloves, so it'll give 10% crit chance and 10% dodge chance, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure how this will work out with maxed Yordles. Wait, can you have 100% dodge chance? I think you might be able to have 100% dodge chance now with this, but we're not sure yet. It's kind of like we'll get into it. So Infinity Edge comes out of Sparring Gloves now. You do get, so it's now gives crit chance, but with that it gives a lower bonus damage. Before it was 200% critical strike damage bonus. Now it's just 150. Doesn't matter too much because now you get. So before you would get a lot of AD from the item, now you're getting a lot of crit chance from the item. It's debatable. It's a debatable change because now you're going to have more crit chance but less AD. Well, before you had more AD, less crit chance. So it's debatable. On death, this jumps to an allied champion and grants an additional 20% attack speed and crit chance. Huge item over here. So what I'm looking is it gives no stats is what I'm seeing. However, each time a unit dies, it will hop to another person and give nice stats. So you'll put it on someone that you think's gonna die, and then hopefully you'll go on someone else that might die, and you'll just get a lot of damage. So it's a very risky item to use, but it has a lot of potential. Jeweled Gauntlet. Your spells can crit. That's pretty nice. So let's say you put this on anyone, just a lot of different people. It can be super hot, super beautiful. Your spells can crit. Now remember, it's still crit chance, so it might not crit. And the start, either gain 40% more damage or 40 life on hit. You'll probably want the 40 more damage typically. I don't know who you would put this on. Maybe like Aatrox. Yeah, I feel like Aatrox in a Blade Master build or something. Draven's good. Yeah, Draven might be nice. I think Aatrox might be better. Okay, on dodge, create an expandable zone that lowers attack speed by 35% chance. So this item, I'm very confused. I don't think it's telling you. I think this has 20% dodge chance. It's just not telling us. I don't like this. I don't like how it's not telling me what the stats are. I'm pretty sure it's going to give 20% dodge chance. I don't know. But if you do dodge, so let's say you have Yordles or something, it'll create a attack speed slow, which is pretty cool for the enemies. Quicksilver, this is a really attractive item for me. When CC'd, you'll be cleansed. That just sounds really nice. It might not really be that good against a glacial comp because they'll just stun you again. But that's a pretty nice item. Put that on your carrier or something. Put that on your Kaisa, Spear of Sojourn, Rage Blade, Quicksilver Kaisa. Trapclaw. On combat begin, gain a spell shield. When it breaks, stun the champion who broke the shield. That is also a nice item potentially. Yeah, and I think that gives 20% dodge chance too. I think these with the defensive items give 20% dodge chance. It's just not telling us. With Mitten, then now you can make a Yordle with a spatula and sparring gloves. Oh, I completely missed this. Thieves' Gloves. This item takes all 3 item slots. On round begin, copy 2 random items. So basically your character, this is a really nice item, and it's super RNG. One item, you can only have 1 item on the character. With this 1 item on the character, will generate 2 random items, which is, in my mind, super nice. Yes, it's RNG, but that's pretty cool. 1 item can make 2 items. I presume they're completed items and not like base. If they're base items, that kind of sucks. And then again, I think you get the Sparring Glove stats, so you might have like 20% crit or something. I'm not sure. Maybe not. Duskblade. So now double BF swords will make on a kill or assist gain additional 15 attack damage until end of combat. So that'll be super nice for like your Jinx, if you go in Gunslinger build or whoever. Super nice for them. Giant Slayer, attacks deal an additional 5% enemy max health as true damage. That will be super nice for, like, let's say a Vayne, because not only will you have the Vayne passive with Ranger or whatever, you'll have the 5% max health for each auto. I think Vayne's passive is 16%, so you'll be doing 15% bonus. So it's basically double full Vayne passive. This is a very nice item to have if you have a lot of attack speed, such as this will also be nice for your Kaisa, because she has a lot of attack speed. It's a lot of nice stuff. I mean, she is a rank 5, so it makes sense to be very nice. Ooh! With the loot changes, we've noticed a slight acceleration in game speed, leading to players going out much quicker than we intended. So we're lowering player damage slightly. Oh, so just lowering player damage. I misread that. Yeah, just less player damage. So each character will do 1 less damage. So let's say you're... Your tier 1s through tier 3s. Huh? Okay. I can't, I'm sorry, I don't understand. But basically it'll take less damage. Mystery box system adjustments. Common boxes average gold value has been decreased. Uncommon boxes average gold value decreased very slightly. Slightly lowered the odds of gold boxes showing up. Tier 4 units can no longer drop from uncommon. Oh, but I like that. So I liked when I saw the enemy that had like a Draven at like stage 2. Like that was pretty cool. Having a Draven at the start of the game. Like I think that's pretty cool. Slightly increase the odds of Nico's help dropping from all boxes. So I kind of like Nico's help. It's pretty nice. You can get your character faster. And I like Nico's help. Now let's look at the traits, buffs, and nerfs. So Dragon, they nerfing it again, so you'll have less magic resist. I don't really understand why they're nerfing it, because in my experience, they still die, but they're nerfing it again, because I guess it's too strong. I'm guessing it has something to do with Shyvana, because there's also going to be a Shyvana nerf coming up. Glacial, the stun duration has been decreased. However, the stun chance if you're going a full Glacial build has been slightly increased. I like this change because the stun duration was too long. Yes, it's a slightly higher chance to stun again if you're going a Glacial build, but the stun duration has been decreased, and I like that because it was too long. Void, so now Void, instead of having 3, and now all Void champs will have the Void buff, is now works more like Imperial, so like 2, and one of them will randomly get true damage. And if you have all 4, then all of them get true damage. So this is where my Cho'Gath and Kai'Sa thing came up. So late game, you get Cho'Gath and Kai'Sa. One of them will get true damage. It doesn't really matter which one, and that'll be pretty nice. Because Kassadin, in my opinion, is garbage. Kha'Zix, in my opinion, he's Void, right? He's garbage. Who else is Void? Whatever. But yeah. So going full Void, I don't think it's worth it. Yordles. So Yordles, they nerfed slightly if you just have 3 Yordles. However, they added the chase option, which I've never gotten 9 before. It's super hard because you have to have 9 units on the board. They all have to be Yordle. Or 9 units on the board, they all have to be Gunslinger. Or 9 units on the board, they all have to be Blade Master. It's a super hard thing to get, but they added the chase option so you can get a super Yordle comp. God, my throat is so sore from talking so much. So with Assassins, if you get 3 Assassins, it's still the same. But as you get the higher option all the way up to the chase option, it's not as strong. They lowered the crit chance you get from it a little bit. Ninja is now slightly stronger if you go full Ninja. So there's more benefit to going full Ninja. Because it was, in my opinion, kind of weak. Because you'll spend all this time trying to get full Ninja, and the buff doesn't really justify it enough. Yes, it's super nice, but I don't feel like it justified it. And just having 1 Ninja I felt was enough. Noble, slight buff to the healing you get, which is kind of nice. Shapeshifter, if you get full Shapeshifter, it's not as strong. And then Ranger, you'll have a lower chance if you just have 2 Rangers. So yes, my Kindred Kai'Sa, it's less strong now, but still that 25% to double your attack speed. Which you'll see below, they fixed it because it was kind of bugged, which was kind of sad. Anivia. Anivia got a nice buff. Her health is slightly higher. Her attack speed is a lot higher. Her initial ability will come up faster. The abilities after that will take a little longer. And they made her ability targeting the furthest target, which is super nice because her ult takes away attack speed. So if they have like a marksman in the back, they got that. They lost that attack speed. So this is a nice buff for her. Super nice buff for her. Kassadin, I take it as a buff. They made his Mana Steel shield stronger. And I guess they raised his armor too a little bit. Yes, they took away attack speed. Yes, they took attack damage. But his main thing in my eyes, as a silver player, is the Mana Steel and shield power. So I think it's a nice buff. Early, whatever. Misfortune, also a nice buff the way you look at it. So it's in a way a nerf because she's gonna have a lot harder time to get her ability. But if she gets her ability, it's a lot stronger. So she'll have a little more health, a little more attack speed. Her mana is twice as hard to fill up. So it went from 75 to 150. However, with that change, they increased her ability damage almost like 40% approximately. So a lot more damage coming out if she gets her ability off and she can hold it. Also, the ability target will not be her current target. So let's say her enemy's like here, or I don't know how to, and she's here, but then all other enemies are like over here. So now she's not gonna like do this thing, and she'll go to the farthest enemy. It's debatable on if it will work out better for you, but it's kind of nice. I think it'll be a good change for her. Mordekaiser, his initial ability will be easier to come up, but abilities after that will be harder. His ability will do quite a bit more damage, especially if you upgrade it. And Tristana's ability will do quite a bit more damage. Both have been kind of garbage champs, so this is a very nice change for them. Blitzcrank got slightly more health. Blitzcrank damage. So if you're just going for that single Blitzcrank, just for the hook and stuff, it's going to do quite a bit more damage now. Braum, he's going to have a hard time building up for that shield. He has been kind of strong, I think, because of his shield just... Braum. Same with normal League of Legends also. His shield's just really nice. So they nerfed it, so he's going to have a hard time getting that shield. Rek'Sai got a slight nerf, less attack speed. I don't think it was needed. I don't think he's strong anymore, so I don't agree with it. But oh, Rek'Sai, that's another void person. Also, debatably not good anymore. I know he was kind of nice earlier on. I loved playing Spear Sojourn with him and just permanently tunneling. Ashe, now she's going to have a harder time getting her ability. Katarina got a nice buff. It'll be super nice to have like a Katarina Draven or Katarina Darius or something, because her ability got a nice little buff. It'll do 5 more damage per tick level 1, 15 more 3-star, and really nice for her. Shyvana got a nice nerf. She has been dominating in my games, so I appreciate that nerf. Vigo got a buff actually, which surprises me. She just got a nice buff. I don't agree with this, but he got a nice buff. Vi got a slight buff. I've heard from friends who are also silver that they felt Vi was really strong, and I feel he was strong, so I don't really like the buff, but whatever, it's not too game breaking, I think. Volley health went up, but his attack damage went down, but his attack speed went up slightly. I'm fine with this. It's just a balance change, so it's whatever. For tier 4s, Akali got a nice attack speed buff. This is really good for her. She'll get her ability faster. She'll just auto more. She'll probably have the, if you just have Akali, she'll have that ninja buff. Or if you're going assassin, she'll just have a high chance of critting because she'll attack more. So a really nice buff for her, making her a lot more relevant. Gnar, he's going to be less of a super tank now because they lowered his health, lowered his transform health, especially as you upgrade it. Jinx got slightly more attack speed, and Kindred got slightly more attack speed. However, her ability duration has been decreased. I feel like Kindred's actually kind of garbage. And yes, I said Kindred Kaisa, but I feel like it's going to work out. Her ability's kind of garbage, but they nerfed it a little bit, but they increased her attack speed a little bit, which will be nice for the ranger buff. Sejuani got a little less health, and her stun is going to be less bust. I feel like her thing was too strong. They're not nerfing Leona, though. I feel like Leona's a little more crazy than Sejuani, but I guess because Sejuani has a bigger circle or something. I don't know. Swain, he's going to be less OP. His damage is going to be less. His heal is going to be less. Yasuo got a slight buff. Now he has a 50 more health, which also means he's going to have a 50 more shield from his exile power. Items, Dragon's Claw also got reduced. Frozen Heart has an increased damage reduction. Infinity Edge does less damage, as we saw before. Rapid Fire Cannon will no longer be able to hit people that have dodge. So they can still dodge if you have Rapid Fire. So that just makes Rapid Fire a lot more garbage because now it only gives the double recurve attack speed and then multiple range, which I don't think is worth it. The ability to hit people that no matter what was like the biggest thing for me, personally. Titanic Hydra, I think that's a nerf, right? Yeah, it's a nerf. You could say it's a change in balance. I'm gonna just leave it at that. And then Zephyr is a unique item, so you can't have two Zephyrs on the same person. Bug fixes. Gangplank and Akali now have proper move speed. Ranger Focus now probably gives 100% extra attack speed. It was so annoying because you'll just see that it's only giving like 70% or something or whatever. It's just like, why? Give me the full bonus. Ranger Focus no longer stacks on itself. That was also a stupid bug. Match making less streaky. She prevents. Wait, but doesn't it still prevent? I guess Shyvana no longer prevents healing, or are they saying that they won't tell you it prevents healing? That's confusing. Spiderlings, you can now see your stats properly, and Lucian's ability will equal his attack damage. Well, thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments below of what you thought about these changes. My biggest thing is like I'm just super fixated on having a wild with Kaisa, Cho'Gath, Kindred. That might be kind of ambitious of me because 2-4 ranks and a 5, it's kind of hard to get, but I believe. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.